All right. Okay, so I'm going to do something a little fun today for you guys. If you saw the thumbnail here real close, I got some obstacles. Got Big Wave Master to the left of me. I have a small body shield off to the right. Have another of my Wave Masters right up to the side here. Got a Wave Master right here. Now, we're going to be working on moving from a threat. All right, you can roll this into competition, and you can roll this outside, out in the street, if you get confronted by a potential attacker or just someone just right in your face that is just being a little bit too threatening with their body language and just right up into your face. How do you move away? And then what are the obstacles around you that we're going to get into each one of those areas, and then you should have a full picture of what we need to do and how to do it. Okay, so let's first off by working on the feet first. Okay, so real simple. If you're right-handed, you're going to step back with your right foot and have your right hand be your power punch, okay? So this is my left, but hopefully in the screen, this is your right. If you're left-handed, go ahead and put your left foot in back, and then so your left hand should be in back, right hand should be in front. If you don't know if you're right-handed or left-handed, just go ahead, stand perpendicular, shoulder width apart, and just step back with whatever foot will step back, okay? And then I'm pretty sure that will be your right-handed or left-handed, or at least your feet are going to be on the correct side, okay? So real simple. All right, second thing we have to work on is now we got to get on the balls of our feet. Okay, so we got to stay limber, we got to stay bouncy. This is where the speed and the agility and the quickness, cat-like motions are going to come into play. If we're flat-footed, which means our heels are flat, toes all the way to the heel are flat to the ground, or glued. We can't go anywhere because we just glue ourselves to the floor, concrete, whatever it is. So we need to keep that balls of your feet. You don't have to, get on your tiptoes, but just make sure the balls of your feet are planted and the heels are up off the ground. I mean, a tiny bit, okay? And then hands, try to not have your hands just flat to your sides. Kind of just bring them up to belt level, mid-level, so then you can have at least a little bit of, you already completed half of the motion from here to here, okay? That's going to, use your hands a lot. Oh, hey, bud, how you doing? Cool, you got your hands always right here, okay? This is how martial arts think when we're in crowds that we don't quite know or we get in a bad situation. And then secondly, okay, if you work this good enough, your mind should free itself up. When somebody comes up and confronts me, I get chilled when I'm not expecting it. I kind of, after the fact of what happens, like, do you ever find yourself just kind of shaky and can't get back into the rhythm of living your life? I should kind of do that right now if I'm not ready for it. It gets a little weird, but we have to open up that break in our mind and stay calm and then open, so we can actually start seeing stuff around us if the threat actually starts getting a little bit more aggressive and we just want to get away from the situation, get out of what this guy, why they're in a bad mood, him or her is in a bad mood, okay? So what we're going to do now is, we're not going to get to the obstacle yet, but you could do this with inside your house as well, okay? Furniture, if you got like an office chair in your bedroom, if you're in a little apartment, You know, heck, you got a little backpack, school backpack. You can, you know, start moving around that. But right now, what we're going to do is we're just going to move around and just kind of just, you know, get relaxed with the jumping on the balls of your feet. Okay. Now, try not to get in a rhythm, a mechanical rhythm of bouncing. Okay, because this will, one, you kind of set yourself off timing a little bit. You're in time, but then you're kind of out of time with like, oh, crud, I just missed it. Oh, crud, I just missed it. If you just kind of just keep yourself moving a little bit here, and just kind of take baby steps around. You're still in that sparring stance, hands up here, okay? Now, just get the feel of just moving around and taking these baby steps, okay? Try not to take so big of steps. Let me move this out of the way for a second. That you're crossing your legs, because now you start getting unbalanced, okay? This is, we're keeping balance on ourselves, okay? So if our front foot crosses over our back foot, we start losing balance now, okay? So make sure, how I always was taught and how I teach, like the younger kids, is like you're on a train track. One foot needs to stay on that train track. The other foot needs to stay on its train track, and keep your feet shoulder width apart and take baby steps and keep that, keep your balance that way, okay? Balance is the most important thing when you're getting confronted from an attacker. We don't want to get our feet tied up. That's when we fall. That's when we, you know, getting all kinds of accidents, and we start hurting ourselves. But if we just keep ourselves, you know, out, shoulder width apart, and just kind of just move around, and then make sure our feet never cross over to the other track, okay? And if we need to move this way, we can take a little baby step and then just move, okay? If we need to make a big move, then we just, you know, cross this way, okay? So we're jumping off of our train track really fast, but then we're going to make another train track off to the other side, okay? And same thing with this side, boom. So we're just switching train tracks and making another train track here, okay? And then you can jump switch as well. Okay, so jump switching is going to be our next drill. So just play with that a little bit, kind of move around, jump switch a little bit here, okay? Just kind of put yourself in a street conflict in your mind of bad guy, and just kind of play around with it. Martial arts is just pretty much playing around with things, and then be like, that works. You'll start knowing what to do. All right? Okay, so now let's go ahead. Now here's the big picture. Okay, so if Bob is coming up to me and just getting into my face, I'm just like, oh, dude. Okay, first thing, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to step back in a sparring stance with my hands up, like, oh, hey, yo, bud. You know, don't know what your problem is, but keep your bad breath out of my face, right? Him or her, keep your bad breath out of my face. Don't approach me into my my space. If they do, take one step back, keep your you know, arms width apart. You know, I'm about an arm and a half here, but right here, I know if I need to, if he rushes me, I can come up with a side kick. I can come in real quick, a throat shot, if I need to. This, since I've been working it so long, I just kind of know how far an opponent is, where I can start, you know, where I have that good accuracy. If they breach that, boom, then I got them. Because I know if we're just right here and then they come in, then, you know, you're kind of out of, you just kind of miss that little bit of extra, you know, space right here. If you guys can see that, I leave myself up, you know, finger point off, and then just a tiny bit, half a step back. And now right here, He has all of this move right there, boom, and then I can react, boom, 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 better than if I was just right here. Okay, same thing with foot. I give them, there's about 3 feet, 3.5 feet right here, and that's probably the safest distance to be to like, okay, now I can really see what the guy's doing. Of course, if you guys saw my other video on how we think, then you can, everyone can kind of start looking around in your peripheral vision and see what's around you. If this guy has any friends lurking, if they're coming up on your 6, whatever it is, okay? That's getting a little out of what we're talking about today, but that's just kind of where we're at, is just kind of right here, okay? Okay, so now let's just work the obstacle a little bit, okay? So this is what it is. So I'm going to use Bob as a wave master. He's not the attacker. The attacker's right in front of me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here. I'm just going to here, and I'm going to look around, and I'm going to get right back on him, okay? I'm going to look right back. I'm going to switch feet. I'm going to come here, okay? We're just looking for, where's my path at to like get out of the way, okay? If you're up against a wall, okay, and this guy's like, him or her is like right up on you, okay? Of course, you can just, push them out of the way and then turn and then get them up against the wall, so then you have your space. Little movements around whatever space you have. If you've got a good studio, do this. Yeah, work on this. Set yourself up here, just kind of move around. Boom, look, and then push up here. Okay, boom. Go down to your feet here. Use your hands. Move stuff out of the way if you need to. Could be bikes, motorcycles, cars, plants, big potted plants. The big seats around coffee shops or grocery stores or whatever, curbs, all these things. You have to kind of look and then look right back at your threat, so you can keep yourself safe, and then you can start getting out of there. Just work this, have fun with it. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below. Like, subscribe. Till next time, train hard, train smart. See you then.